We're here in America now.
That's right.
We're Americans.
That's what they tell. That's what they say.
How are you considering yourself an American?
Good question.
You say, well, I was born here in America. Japanese were born here in America, but they still say I'm Japanese.
That's right.
Chinese were born here in America, they say I'm Chinese.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
That's right.
Germans or Jews and everything, they have dual nationalities.
Yes, sir. That's right.
But where's the black man
Think about it.
dual nationality? Huh?
Good question.
He's been here 400 years and he don't even know his own name,
That's right.
That's right.
his language.
That's right.
He's got to speak another man's language.
Think about that.
He can't speak to his sons or his daughters when they're born their own language.
That's true.
That's right. You can't.
He got to teach them in another man's language.
That's right.
People, as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, need to be re-educated.
That's right.
That's it.
That's right.
Re-educated. That means that their children, even though they go to the white man's schools,
That's right.
when they go home at night, they should be re-schooled.
Yes, sir.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Don't let them sit down to the table and eat until they study their lessons.
That's right.
Don't let them go to bed at night watching that devil on television,
That's right. That's right.
watching murder, watching lying and deceit,
Yes, sir.
watching sexual films.
Yes, sir. Think about it.
Don't let them go to sleep with that on their mind. Let them go to sleep with Allah and the messenger on their mind.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
You wake up in the middle of the night and you hear your son or your daughter jumping up in the bed, hollering, screaming. What's the matter, son? What's the matter, daughter? I had a bad dream.
That's what they say.
That's right.
If they had a bad dream, then they've been thinking bad things before they went to sleep.
That's right.
And they get scared in their dreams.
That's right.
That means the devil is after them. Huh? Think pleasant things before you go to sleep.
Yes, sir.
Think about that.
That's why the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said men and women married, they should never go to sleep angry at one another.
That's right. That's right. Yes, sir.
If they go to sleep angry at one another, they're going to wake up angry at one another.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Like this man on television said, I went to sleep last night mad as hell. And I woke up this morning madder than hell.
Yes, sir.
Teach.
So we have to teach our people, go to sleep with pleasant thoughts on their mind.
Yes, sir.
We must remember the sacrifices that our mothers and fathers made.
That's right. Yes, sir.
They refused to fight this devil because they felt if they fought him, the devil would kill him.
That's true. That's right.
That's why the devil chose us, as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has taught us, to make a slave out of us. And they teach us, and the preachers teach, we were savages back then.
That's right. That's what they say.
You cannot enslave a savage. A savage cannot be enslaved.
Yes, sir.
A savage will die before you enslave him.
That's right. Think about it. Right.
But you can enslave a peaceful, loving child of God.
That's true. That's true.
Because a child of God who on this planet thinks that everybody has some good in them. That's why you hear black people today say, well, there's some white people that are good. But that didn't come from God. That came from the devil and the black preacher. Because Jesus said none is good. No, not one.
That's
Is that
right.
right? He said they were born in sin and they will die in sin.
That's right. That's right.
Is that right? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, what do we look like trying to reform the devil when the God of our forefathers for 6,000 years have been sending messages and prophets to the world, and none of them could reform this devil?
That's right.
That's right.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
But you and I here in America today are confused.
Yes, sir.
We don't know which way out.
That's true.
That's right.
That's what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has taught us. That we are like the lion in a cage.
Yes, sir.
In our lessons, he talks about the lion in a cage going to and fro,
Yes, sir.
backwards and forwards, up and down in the cage, looking for a way out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
We have been running back and forth
Right.
in America, looking for a way out of this slavery, suffering, and death.
That's right. Yes, sir.
That's right.
Our people have been praying on their knees, wearing their kneecaps out,
Right.
praying for a way out.
That's true.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
They just got through showing on television where these preachers said at the march, he called all these people, let's kneel down and pray.
That's right. That's right.
Pray. You've been praying for 400 years, and your prayers have not been answered.
True. That's very true.
And that is the reason you're in the condition you're in today.
That's right.
You've been praying to the wrong God.
Yes, sir.
You've been praying to the devil. Now it's time for you to realize that and start praying to Almighty God Allah. The devil himself prays to Allah.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
That's right.
You see these devils every day trying to join the Taliban
That's true.
and Al-Qaeda. Huh? Americans right here are being caught every day, thrown in prison because they are planning attacks on their own people.
Yes, sir. Think about
They
it.
have gone over there and studied the religion of the Muslims that come back over here. They want to help the people whom they believe is going to come out on top.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
That's right.
Which one will survive the war of Armageddon?
Good question.
Think about
Good
it.
question.
Now, you see, it was like when America was young and white people stole guns and ammunition from their own
That's right.
and gave it to the Indians.
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
That's what they did.
They joined the other side. They're traitors to their own.
Yes, sir.
That's true.
Huh? And black people sit up there today and allow white people to come in among them to steal the knowledge of what they are planning.
That's right.
That's what they're doing.
How do you think that devil show you on television every day that he's catching people who are planning destruction before they can do anything?
That's right.
Right.
That's what they're doing.
Think about it.
What happened to the Black Panther Party?
Good question.
That.
SEAL and all the rest of them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They were doing all right sitting on the corners. Huh?
Yes, sir.
And then they let these white
That's right.
hippies come
Yes,
sit on
sir.
the corner with them.
Yes, sir.
They learned all the plans that they had.
That's right.
How do you think these devils in Chicago knew the outlet, the program, and where Seal and all the rest of them were sleeping?
Yes, sir. Think about that.
They had a diagram.
That's right.
And one of their own black brothers sold them out.
That's right.
Traitors to their own. They had a picture on the internet, on Facebook, where they had black people were standing with a black man laying up there burning up. And they said, this is what happens to traitors.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know.
Right. Right.
But this black man is willing to die for the white man.
Yes, sir.
He's so blind, deaf, and dumb that he don't care what happened to him.
True. That's very true.
He want the white man to know, I'm with you, boss.
That's what he said.
That's right.
You can count on me.
Yes, sir.
They will come here and to our meetings and sit up here and run back to the white man and tell the white man what we said when the white man already know.
Yes, sir.
Because he's listening through these wires.
That's right.
He know, but he said, this is a good nigga, I can trust him.
That's right.
Think about it.
So that's why we have to be watchful. That's why we have to be careful. That's why we have to search
That's right.
our people, because we know that our people will turn in a minute.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad has taught us that anyone can turn a hypocrite overnight.
Yes, sir.
Right.
And we learned this through Malcolm and all the others
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
that stood beside the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and swore
That's right.
That's right.
Yes, they did.
their loyalty. But when it push come to shove, we find out the hypocrites falling off like flies.
Oh, yeah. Yes, they are.
Yes, sir.
Yes, they are. Speak on it.
When Savior's Day, 75, 74, all of them standing up there talking about how they were willing to die for the messenger.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
what they said.
And then Savior's Day 76, but none of them with the messenger.
Yes, sir.
They turned against him. The ministers of the messenger become imams for Orthodox Islam.
That's right. That's what they did.
They told me I was a traitor.
That's what they said.
See, I was a hypocrite because I wouldn't follow Wallace.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
But I knew Wallace. I was like one of the family of the messenger.
Yes,
true.
sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm praised, you know.
The messenger called me into the living room one day and said, Brother Minister said, me and my wife have been discussing you.
Yes, sir.
And he says, you're getting ready to get married. And I want to do something for you that I wasn't able to do for any of my sons.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because we act and think of you as a son.
Yes, sir. I'm praised.
So we're going to give you a dowry to get married on.
Yes, sir.
See, I wasn't able to do this when my other sons were getting married.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
But now I'm able and I want to do this for you. And he gave me a dowry
Yes,
to get married on. This is what he thought of me.
I'm praised, you know.
And you think I, today, after all these years, would betray
That's right.
Think about it.
my leader and teacher?
Yes, sir.
No,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
I swore to him when he gave me my name in 1960
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
that I would uphold his name with my life.
All praise be to God.
And I wouldn't drag it through the mud.
Yes,
That's right.
sir.
That's right.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Praise is due to
All
him.
praise.
When I think about the hardships and the suffering that the messenger had gone through,
Yes, sir.
other ministers don't know about it because they were never around him
Right.
when he was sick, bedridden,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
when every breath he'd take was like his last,
Yes, sir.
when he was sitting, laying there under the oxygen tent. Huh? They don't know.
Yes, sir.
And they talk about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and they didn't know the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
That's right.
They just knew of him.
That's right.
And it's a difference in knowing of a man.
Yes, sir.
Man. Huh?
Right.
Than being raised by that man.
Yes, sir. All praise be to God.
Yes, sir.
I will forever honor him to the last breath in my life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's right.
There are others that criticize me for wanting to be a leader. I don't want to be a leader.
Yes, sir.
How can I want to be something that the messenger made me?
That's right.
Huh? The messenger made me a leader.
Yes, sir.
That's
All
right.
praise be to God.
I didn't make myself a leader.
That's right.
I didn't make myself a minister.
That's right.
The messenger made me one.
That's right. That's right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.